So last time we went ahead and pulled the intake off this 09 Mini Cooper. Today we are going to go ahead and pull out the coolant crossover pipe that runs back here from the water pump all the way to the thermostat, which this is the thermostat here. This is an old one. The one that's on here is actually new, but the coolant crossover pipe is cracked at the water pump, so we need to pull it back off to be able to get it off. Okay, the coolant crossover pipe is made out of plastic and it attaches here and goes to the water pump back here. You can really, it's tucked under here. I'm gonna give it a flashlight and I'll show you what it looks like. So if we go in back here, here's our coolant crossover pipe. Okay, right here. Right here's the water pump. Here's the coolant crossover pipe, and it runs all the way back here to the thermostat housing. So it is cracked and leaking somewhere in this area here. Okay. This is a cheap coolant crossover pipe. Don't recommend buying these really cheap ones on Amazon because this one being pretty much new, it's broken and we're gonna have to repair it, okay, or replace it. I'm gonna go with the OEM one probably. I haven't ordered it yet, but as soon as I get this one out, I'm gonna be ordering parts. Okay, I'm doing that just because I don't know if any of these plastic pieces are gonna break on me or if I need another one of these. So I'm in no hurry to get this done. So let's go ahead and dig this thing out from down there. Okay, so the coolant has pretty much been drained out of this thing, but I'm sure there's still some coolant left over somewhere. It's gonna fall and then probably hit the floor. Got a shallow pan out, but probably want a bigger one than that. I'll get that when I need to. All right, let's go. So we got all kinds of goodies on the top of here. The bottle's already loose from doing the intake, and some of the hoses are out of the way. So if you need to know how to do that, check out that video if you haven't seen it already. But connector, gonna have to go. Okay, we just lift up on these connectors here, and it's been a long time since I've taken one of these apart, so it's gonna be a little bit of figuring out. This is not coming off. We're gonna go after all the hoses probably. Should probably get this off just to get out of my way. This hose definitely, that connector definitely. So let's go. Having a set of hose plier wrenches is definitely helpful. I have every freaking style here in this one little Amazon kit, so. Ow, that's not the one I want to use. I want to use this one, I think. Let's try this one. What they do is they have these little tips that fit on these clamps just perfect. Alright. And this kit comes with little hose picks here. Definitely gonna need. Just gonna wiggle this guy loose. Let's go get my pan. So I do have dogs and I'm trying to minimize the mess. Okay. Put that off to the side. Okay. So all these clips, just, you gotta pull them. Go ahead and do the wastegate vacuum hose here. There's another, okay, there's another line right here. And this goes to the vacuum pump. I'll put that off to the side. Just trying to get as much out of my face as possible. This clip here. Harness back here that we're going to undo. Hopefully, if I can figure out how to undo it. This one I think we push. Yeah. Okay. We have a little bit more room. Now on the thermostat here, there's this guy right here. That's what I'm looking at right there. This is going to be one of those ones where you have to pull the clip Alright, so we got this big harness here. I can free up some slack by undoing these guys here. This is the benefit to taking the intake off. Doing this, you get a little bit more slack. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough to just move it out of the way. So we're gonna go after this guy here. All right. Okay. Well, that's as good as we're gonna get. You can see the manifold now. It's just chilling right there. We can do these hoses here and then next. Then we can pull the thing off. So I end up going with a cheaper version of the coolant pipe instead of the factory one from FCP Euro. Great website for Euro parts. It had really good reviews and it was only $15. You know, I usually wouldn't go for something like that. I'd go with the factory, but the reviews are so good and I really trust the website. So we're gonna go ahead and try this. So here's the coolant pipe. It is made in New Jersey? Turkey. Made in Turkey. That's why I went with it. Made in Turkey. Alright, so here we go. Comes with the O-ring. Alright. Comes with the clip. But we need to get the other one out. So the thermostat housing right here, I don't think I'm going to take it all the way out. I don't think I'll take it out. I think I'm just going to loosen it up and move it this way enough. I'm going to try. Let me see here. So we got one bolt here. See that one? This one is kind of hard to get to with this coolant line in the way. I might have to take the coolant lines off. And it might be easier just to take all the coolant lines off and go ahead and do it. There we go. Alright, so it's just going to be 3 10 millimeters. Pulling this puppy on here. Magnet. Gotta use the magnet. So the easier thing to do is just to get the socket and the extension. You really can't see it very well at all. Put it on there first, and if you have one of these ratchets, rip it right off. Try not to drop it. Put your finger on it. Grab a magnet. Hit it. Pull it right out. Bam. Right. And always save the easiest one for last. Okay. Do the hardest ones first. That way it holds it all together for you. Oops. Alright, so this thing can come kind of off, but not all the way off. There's still a hose I have right here. It did not take off all the way. So, what's holding it now is the clip for the crossover pipe. This one hose right here. Alright, so, go ahead and open this up. The way this is positioned in here, back here, is it's sitting like this back there, okay? No, actually, super wrong. Like this, alright? And this clip is down in here like this, okay? So, crossover pipe is down in here like this. This end goes into this water pump, and this end right here is plugged into thermostat housing like this. All right, so we gotta take that clip out, and we can go like that, separate it, and then we can just wiggle this guy out of the water pump. Now there's a harness back there, a wiring harness, where these little tabs, just kind of like these little holders go in here. They're already undone on this car. And we should be able to get this out. So it's leaking somewhere around here for some reason. I think it's because it's just cheap. All right. Here, I'm gonna try to do this with one hand so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so here is Mr. Crossover Pipe. Got this hose totally in the way. Here's Mr. Clip. Right here. Clip there, and then we should be able to grab it, separate it. So, that's what I'm doing here. So we grab the crossover pipe now, and just wiggle it out of the water pump. So where these things break at is right here. Just like that. So the seal on this guy, don't even see it. Gotta go try to find it. Okay, so a lot of times with the coolant pipe, this is where it's gonna break and it's gonna leave pieces stuck, okay, in here. Okay, and this one came out pretty clean. Don't know where the seal went, if it fell down or came right off, or what. I don't know where the hell it's at, but look in here, make sure everything's cool, no debris in here. Alright, so I'm gonna use some dielectric grease on the rubber seal here, a little bit. It's gonna make it go together easier. There's the seal right here on the thermostat too. Okay, get some on there. So if we look at the thermostat, it can only go, this tube can only go a certain way. So thermostat sits in here like this, and coolant pipe, there's a little key right here. It has to go in and match like this. Okay. Like that. Alright, because it won't go any other way. So it needs to go in here like this. So once we get it all together, and then we have to put the clip back on it. this guy in here. Slide this guy in here. Pop right in here. And we can still turn this thing because we greased it up. We'll turn this thing. And we can put it together. A whole lot of wiggling. We'll get it to line up. Don't have the clip in it yet. I'm gonna put these bolts back in the thermostat housing. Get them going. Alright, I need to get this clip back on here. Alright, the clip just goes on like that. Good to go. There we go. Pipes all together. Alright, so we can start putting all the hoses back. If we can remember how to do it, and fill it with coolant, and we'll see if it leaks. Alright, got it all back together. Go a little bit of coolant here. This is the all vehicles. Stuff's pretty cheap, it's like 12 bucks. So, really should use the Euro stuff, but we're not, because we're going cheap. This is concentrate. We'll have to dilute it after it sucks it down. Let's go start this thing up, see what happens. Alright. I got nothing. Oh, my battery must be dead. Dead as hell. Alright, we got no coolant falling out. Motor sounds a little knocky, but it hasn't ran in a while, so. Get in here, it's a little quieter. Alright, well that's pretty much it for this video, I think. You know, we're gonna let it run and pour some coolant in it, and yeah, it doesn't leak or anything like that. A few more things on this car I need to button up. Looks like it's got a little tire. Yeah, I hope the video was a little helpful, and hope you come back for more videos. Hope to see you again. Do me a favor, hit that like button for me, and catch you guys later.